A beautiful moonscape is a sight to behold. In fact, on April, we were treated to a spectacular supermoon, which is what inspired me to make this video. However, if you're a beginner, you probably take shots closer to something like this, which will likely be disappointing and make you blame the camera and the lens. So in this video, I'd like to share the proper way to take moon photos. You can actually use any camera to take a moon shot, even an iPhone. In fact, here is a shot with an iPhone X, which doesn't even have a proper zoom lens, nor a good low light camera. However, in this demo, I'm going to use a standalone camera, which I think is still the best device for the job because you can attach a long lens and give you the best quality. Speaking of the lens, I recommend to get a lens with a focal length of at least 300 millimeters, which allows you to get really good details of the moon's surface. Your lens doesn't have to be expensive nor fast like a 2.8 lens, as the moon is already extremely bright. In fact, in this video, I used the Sony 70-350 f4 to 6.3 paired with an a6000. A tripod is not necessary, although I did put my camera on a tripod just to keep the footage relatively still. But the actual images were taken without a tripod. So here are the steps. Step 1, go to manual exposure. That's usually denoted by an M. Why manual exposure? Well, it's because if you use auto exposure, the camera will try to brighten the underexposed night sky, which takes up the majority of the scene. And that's the opposite of what you want. You can spend all night and you'll never get the moon properly exposed in auto mode or in auto exposure. So make sure to use manual exposure. Step 2, set the ISO at its lowest setting. The reason here is twofold. The main reason is the moon is already extremely bright, so you want to help lower the exposure with that low ISO. Second reason is the low ISO gives you the best image quality. Step 3, set the aperture. It's best to select wide open to allow for more light. In my case, the lens at the long end gave the highest aperture, which is 6.3, so I didn't have much of a choice, but that's okay. Step 4, increase your shutter speed. Increasing your shutter speed lowers the exposure, so increase your shutter speed to the point where the moon looks properly exposed and you can see the details. In the video, it's not obvious, but to my naked eye, I could actually see the moon's details at around the 1/250 shutter speed. Step 5 is just to take the shot. You can rely on the camera's autofocus as the subject is already pretty bright. And here is the result. Surprisingly good given my slow lens and old camera. Goes to show you that moon shots don't require the best equipment. So there you have it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe and like the video to keep the videos coming. If you have any questions, do write it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And till the next time, bye.